There are different music platforms that they pay to the different territories. On each territory, there is a society which is collecting these royalties, and they supposed to pay to music composers. And here is where the system is falling apart.
Sound of Startups podcast is hosted by Taj, produced by Amplitude Ventures, your partner in early stage startups.
Hello, everyone. Today, I have somebody very special because the kind of energy the person brings in. His name is Carlos. Carlos is a music entrepreneur within this music industry and a very interesting man with a lot of interesting ideas. And the kind of work they are doing is very different. Not the work is different, but the approach is quite different. And I happened to recently meet in California. It was a very wonderful music conference organized in Liège, Belgium. And the moment I talked to him, I realized that there's somebody who's trying to do something very different. He's a founder of a music company. And I think so the best man to introduce himself is Carlos. Hi, Carlos. How are you?
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me here. And yeah, I'm Carlos, a former DJ and music producer that silently, for the past few years, I transitioned from the creative side to the more business side. When I was 16, I started playing records. My parents, they bought me a mixer and a pair of turntables. And then I was going to record shops, buying my vinyl. I honed my skills as a DJ. And when I was 29, I moved to Berlin, where I discovered the whole music scene there, playing in bars, in clubs. On my record label, I was releasing songs, everything. And I developed all my skills in the music industry. But at the same time, I also developed my skills in marketing and blogging. Right before the pandemic, one of my projects, it took off. I was getting a lot of streams. I was getting the sound recording royalties, but I was missing publishing royalties. And this is where my mind clicked and said, okay, let's build UniteSync so music creators, they can be paid when their songs are played.
Okay.
And yeah, so this is
So you have just put in a very interesting spot.
Yeah.
So what is publishing in music?
Publishing, at the end of the day, it's making songwriters, they are getting paid. Every time a song is played online on YouTube or Spotify, the people who created the music, they deserve to be paid. Also, when songs they sound on radio or like concerts, people who created that music, they deserve to be paid. So at the end of the day, it's making sure they are compensated.
Okay, makes sense. Perfect. This is quite nice. You're bringing extra bread to somebody's plate.
Yeah.
So then, and how many people are involved in making a song?
There is a lot of people involved on making the songs. You have the songwriters, you have the people that wrote the lyrics, then you have music producers, you have even the artists. But most of the times nowadays, the artist is also the music composer and also wrote the lyrics. So it should be the same person should get all the royalties, but it's quite complex because how the system works is not the same as the sound recordings. It's like on music publishing, it's really complex. There are different music platforms that they pay to the different territories. On each territory, there is a society which is collecting these royalties, and they supposed to pay to music composers. And here is where the system is falling apart. There is a huge pool of unclaimed royalties, and this is because the songwriters are not identified, and that money is kept there in those societies. Music streaming services, they pay them, they pay these societies, but if the music composers are not registered in, we can tell, a global database, then not being identified means that the money is not arriving to their pockets.
So basically, you're saying is that whosoever, wherever, whichever medium the music is played, the medium is paying back to societies.
Yes.
That is it agreed, or is it that they are not paying?
They are paying, but the thing is that the money is kept in these territories. And if the songwriters, they are not registered with any of the societies that they form these on these territories, it means that they are not being paid.
So
they are missing money, basically.
So let's break it down a very simple way. A song is paid on Spotify.
Yes.
Spotify pays back the concerned royalties to the registered music society.
Yes.
Okay. Or within that territory, or within that geography, or within that frame of agreement, whatever it is. But if a songwriter or song producer or anybody who is a part of that song making process is not registered with those respective societies, the money is still lying in the society.
Yeah. It's what they call the black box.
Okay, it's called black box.
Yeah.
So what does your company do then?
Our company makes sure that the songwriters are identified and we register their songs globally. It means that we have direct agreements with more than 50 societies around the globe, covering 117 countries. So a songwriter comes to UniteSync and registers the song once, and then we distribute all the data to these societies and make sure that we collect the royalties and we pay them.
Basically, you're becoming another society.
Well, we are not like a society. At the end, we are a music publisher, because one of the jobs of a music publisher is to make sure that their songwriters are being paid by collecting the royalties and matching all the statements that we get to the right composer, and then we pay to them. We basically collect.
Interesting. That's good. That's quite nice. So why do you think it was needed?
Because the song registration process, it's quite broken. At the end of the day, songwriters, because they don't understand how the music business and music publishing works, they do not register the songs. And when they do, they have to do it manually by joining a CMO, a collective management organization, or a PRO, performing rights organization. And they have to input the data manually. So they have to go, for instance, to ask for the record label to give the data, or even the distributor, and then they have to copy-paste the information between platforms, and this can lead to mistakes. And if the data is wrong, they are not being paid. So what we do with UniteSync, it's like we import the whole catalog of the music creator. Then we verify the metadata, we verify who created these songs, and prepare all these songs for royalty collection. So they don't have to worry about going back to their collective management organization and register their songs by themselves, and expecting that their CMO will share the data between what they call sister societies, the different territories.
So when did you start this whole business, UniteSync?
We started with the idea of UniteSync back in 2023. in 9 months, we built up the publishing network with more than 50 societies, making all the agreements and deals. And in 9 months, in 6 months, we released our first MVP, and in April of 2024, we onboarded the first client. Then we build up all the process for customer acquisition, and we release on late August on 2024. And up to today, we have more than 300 customers that we are serving to them. So yeah, it's been like quite a long ride since from idea.
It's not a long ride; it's a fast ride.
Yes, and also fast, because for startups you need to be fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, what was the first reaction when you got your first customer?
It was like, well, our first customer that was acquired, that it was not from my network.
Yeah.
It was like that we already like landed our first customer, which didn't knew about the company, and it was like in an automated process. Like we send them an email, he got a report, then he signed up. Like with everything complete automated, it was like not the first customer. I think the first 20 customers to 40 customers, it was like, okay, this is working.
And everything you guys told that that you are very intensive in digital marketing.
Yes, it's more than digital marketing. That's my background. This is how I learned about how to make landing pages, how to make copywriting, where to put all the elements so you can convert more people, more prospects into customers. And these skills, they have helped us a lot in our customer acquisition process.
So, okay, how is it to be a startup in the music?
Well, it's tough because there is a lot of uncertainty. You need to be an entrepreneur. You need to like it, to be this uncertainty, and you need to have a lot of skills to succeed, because it's not about the idea, it's more about the people that surrounds you and how you execute that idea. You can have a brilliant idea, but if the team does not fit and you are not sure how to execute it, you will fail. A lot of startups fail. I don't know exactly the numbers, but some investors, they can tell you that, also angels, that they throw money and then just a few from their portfolio, they succeed. So, yeah.
So you have made a very interesting point about teams. How do you
Yes.
manage the three people from three different parts of the continents? And did you know probably each other before?
It's like we have a regular weekly meeting. Like we met the three of us. It's not so hard to manage because the team is really small. It's like we have our different tasks that we are taking care of them. And I'm looking more with our team. It's self-autonomous. It's like we are not. It's like we just say, okay, you have to do this, and you find your way to do it. It's like I'm not the kind of guy who is chasing, you have to do this, you don't have to do that. It's like at the end of the day, we are men and we have to do it. So basically, I was finding more, because this early stage you need doers, people that they are capable of doing, that you transmit your vision and they know about your vision and how to do it, rather than you have to do this and this is done like this. And yeah.
And the most important part is how much money do you make?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not all about money. It's also if we bring back to music, it's like music, it's always been built around community. So it's also how you bring value to the community. And this is one of our missions. It's like you have all this amount of money that it's being unclaimed because there is no awareness about how music publishing works also. And the systems are really fragmented and they are outdated. So how you take all these things and try to build something that can be really easy to use and bring back to the community.
So my question is, are the systems really fragmented, or they are kept fragmented, or
On purpose. I think they are fragmented also on purpose.
and
It's
why is
like-
it so?
Yeah, I don't know. And maybe it can relate if we bring back to music publishing how the law was made, and also how these societies they were built back in the day. Because I think the oldest society, which is the French one, is SACEM. It's been there for more than 100 years. I think so. So
Okay.
So yeah, it's like while the sound recording industry and the record labels, they have evolved really fast, music publishing did not, have not.
So, okay, that's quite interesting. So, so what is the next plan for UniteSync? UniteSync.
In the next, also we want to keep on spreading the word about the brand and reaching out to more music creators. Because this is funny, but we have already estimated more than 1 million artists, but they have more than 100 million USDs or in unclaimed royalties. And that's a lot to make an impact, and also to reach out to them and make them aware that they have unclaimed royalties, because it's a big issue in the music publishing industry. And yeah, keep on developing the platform so we can serve better to our customers, bring more features, because I think the value is there. It's like making them to register their songs like really easy, so they don't have to perform a lot of actions.
And what was the biggest challenge?
The biggest one of biggest challenge is gonna be always customer acquisition. But I think once we pass the 1,000 music creators mark, I think things can be easier to achieve, because the competition it's really hard. You have companies that they have been sitting around there for more than 12 years, that they serve a lot of music creators, that they have built a brand, and for a startup to just jump in and be there, it's gonna be a customer acquisition for sure.
That makes a lot of sense. How many customers do you have right now?
Right now, we have 500 customers.
That's quite
around.
nice.
Yeah, and 380 are active, and the rest they don't have finished the onboarding, or So also one of the challenges it can be more related to customer success is like how to activate these inactive customers to use the platform.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Now coming back to your whole publishing industry, like what are the biggest changes that you think that you're about to come in the industry?
I think that the biggest changes will be like introducing AI also for metadata matching. A lot of CMOs, they are exploring this path because there is one of the biggest issue is metadata matching, and how to deal with incorrect information, and also legacy information from old publishers. Because back in the day, the systems they didn't have a lot of metadata, and they rely on spreadsheets, and how to match that information is gonna be a big issue. So these unclaimed pools can be reduced. Yeah, there is a lot of discussions about AI generated music, because according to law there is no copyright, and if there is no copyright, the where to allocate those music publishing royalties, who who is entitled to get these royalties, how they will be distributed. Yeah, it's a great topic. Also, how streaming, how royalties coming from streaming from this AI generated music will be compensated, because right now are being compensated like real artists. Honestly, I think this makes no sense, because it's really easy to generate music with AI, just prompting.
That is a very interesting
Yeah,
debate. So
and
now
it's gonna be another challenge also for the publishing industry, because right now, since there are not systems for identifying, but now Deezer has this system for tagging this kind of music, that they are tagging AI generated music. But I think with AI I think we will reach a point that we could not identify if it's generated by AI. I think so.
okay, that's even scary. Let me put it this way. What is the problem of paying even if a song is generated by AI? You mentioned that it takes less time and less
Yes.
humans are involved, so you will
Yes.
not pay.
They are tagging AI generated music, but at the end of the day, I don't care. If I like the music, I like the music, even though it's created with AI. But yeah, somehow people that created the music with AI, they should be compensated also. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my other point is.
But
So
this is not what CMOs want. I don't know what's behind on what they think. But yeah, according to the US copyright law, AI generated music has no copyright. If there is no copyright, there are no publishing rights. So people who created that music, even that was created with AI, should not be compensated.
no, that puts
But
even
that
more.
will change. It's
I mean,
like it's now in discussions.
I understand, but let me flip the whole side for it. That earlier the music was created when you used to, before a few years back, there used to be live recording of all the single equipment that is played in the song. Now that is generated through the system.
Yes.
Okay, for example, you need a guitarist, you need a bassist. Everybody was to be there in the one room for the recording.
Yes.
Now, isn't it that when you were fine with replacing people with actual musicians in the recording room with the software, and that time also there would have been a lot of resistance, but you accepted it. Now even those producers and those people are replaced by AI, and you are again protesting the same stuff. So I mean it's the same, exactly the same.
Yeah, the story, it's the same cycle again. It's like I think in my opinion, if we make an analogy, we can consider AI gen music like the food industry back in the 80s, where industrialization started making all these products and everything. And nowadays people are more and more conscious about health and what type of products they should eat. So yeah, now AI will change completely how we perceive the music industry. And I think in a few years people will see the value on an artist playing music live and everything. And
It's like a printing machine. Come on, I mean, there's a printing machine which can write more books.
yes,
But you are saying no handwritten books are there, but I will make a tag on every book that, oh, this book is handwritten, this book is printed. Ultimately, it's the words that is important, and if they're conveying the meaning.
Yeah.
In the same way, if it's ultimately a music which people like,
Mhm.
and people are enjoying it, and
Yes.
obviously it's not created from heaven. Somebody would have sat down and put an effort of years of skills.
Yeah.
And just because it is used with less resources, but still it needed an intelligent head to make that.
Mhm.
Whether it was a modeling or whether it was a customization. But the publishing industry's decision, oh, we will not pay that song because it is made it so easily. So
Yeah.
don't you think it should be about the quality? It should be about the likeliness. It should be about the
Yes.
streams rather than.
It's also yeah. They are always but it happened the same way with record labels and when the inception of Spotify. At the end of the day, they had to reach a deal with them. So I see that at the end of the day, the people who created that music with AI, even though it was prompting or they just use some tools for guidance, they will be compensated.
What are the three pieces of advice you would like to give to people who want to do a startup in the music space and within publishing?
Even on publishing, if we take two songwriters, it's like you need to make an audit so you will have your publishing right correctly and you can identify unclaimed royalties by making a royalty audit. You can go to our website, UniteSync.com, and request an audit. And for music entrepreneurs, it's like if you have an idea and you have passion, it's like just pursue it and never stop, because if you never stop, you will keep on growing and you will see the light at the end of the tunnel, because there are skills that every entrepreneur should have is persistence. You need to be persistent pursuing your dreams and your idea, and when your idea you think that it might not go well, you need to know how to pivot. And if you pivot right, then you will succeed. And this has happened also to me.
When you said you will see light at the end of the tunnel, I thought you meant to say you will see money at the end of the tunnel because everybody's chasing that light.
Yeah, but you cannot be chasing money. If you chase money, you won't make it. It's like you need to put money will come when you give value to someone, then money will come. It's the result of giving value.
What do you think does not work? You don't get customers, you don't get sales, you don't
Yeah,
get
maybe you don't get customers. It's like your go-to-market strategy might be okay, but it's not the right fit. Yeah, this is why when you are building on a startup, not in my case because I didn't went to business school, so all these frameworks that they are using for building startups, I skip them. So and now I'm learning like product market fit and all these related terms. It's like if you don't have product market fit, then you won't succeed. You need customers and you need customer retention. And if your customer doesn't want like your product, if you put a lot of money on marketing and throw money there, but they are not buying your product and you don't have retention, it's time to pivot into something else.
Interesting. So pivot is the most important thing, and value, and then persistency. These are three keywords I think so you have given us today.
Yes.
And Carlos, it has been a wonderful experience talking to you, learning about a completely new industry, and seeing the resilience from you, and most importantly, seeing how partners from three different parts of the world can work together with a company in the fourth country and meeting you in the fifth country. So there is a true spirit of being a startup.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being there. We wish you best of luck, and I hope to see you soon next time.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Tash.
Thanks a lot.
In me here in the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with the podcast. See you
Thanks,
soon. Bye bye.